Hey guys. So it is always so interesting to me how energy works because I was looking at my Oracle decks thinking, which Oracle deck should I use? And I was drawn towards this one, the Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck. And so I grabbed it, and then I realized that the cards, the tarot that I was drawn to, basically also has fairy energy. So I don't know who is drawn to fairies, but I feel like this is going to be like a fairy-like message. Probably a feminine, but you never know. There's also masculines out there that work with fairies. All right, so let's see. What's the theme for today's collective? What's the theme for today's collective? Oh, we've got Tattoo Fairy. Oh, nice. Okay. So these messages are a little longer. Let me get number 50. Okay. So the key word with this one is labeling. This card speaks of allowing others and yourself free expression. One person's may be another person's ah. Be careful of labeling others or yourself. Too often we assume if a person does this or that, then they must be a certain way. We do not give them the benefit of the doubt or the chance to show who they really are. It is very unfair to place a label on someone just because they may have a tattoo or look different. Allow yourself to see beyond appearances to what truly is. When we label ourselves or others, we are limiting possibilities. We limit our way of expression by cramming ourselves into a mold. Be open to all that you are and can be. Allow others the same respect. Welcome the diversity of those around you. Creative expression is a very personal thing. Each being has his way of being. Beware of going along with the crowd or the latest fads. Find out who you really are and be that person. Who you are is good enough. This card also speaks of symbols. Look for symbols in your life and see how they manifest. What are they trying to tell you? Is there a symbol that has great meaning to you? So much so that you wish to wear it upon your body as a tattoo or a piece of jewelry? If so, it carries a message for you to decipher. It might be considered a badge of honor. All right, so keeping that in mind, let's start today's collective. Oh, before I start, I just want to go ahead and remind you guys, please, please, please do not be scammed. There are people out there with my pictures, sending messages. Look at how old the profile is. Ask for a voice clip if you're in doubt. I will not solicit you for a reading, okay? Please don't get scammed. Anyways, and if you want to support what I do, please make sure to share the video, react, comment, send stars, donations. I thank you so much to all of those who are doing all of that. Subscribe. All of that shows me you appreciate my time and energy, and you get readings. So win-win. All right. Oh, here we go. Two of Wands. Overall energy, King of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm not sure yet how this ties into the Tattoo Fairy Oracle card, but what I do know is that we've got a King of Pentacles, possibly an Earth sign. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It doesn't have to be. Could just be somebody who embraces this energy and they're making a plan, some sort of plan of action. Let's see. Clarify Two of Wands. What is it they're planning to do? Okay, these don't go in. Four of Wands, 10 of Cups, and the Star. Overall energy, 5 of Cups. So they've experienced some sort of disappointment. The 5 of Cups is a loss of some sort. Possibly there's a Queen of Swords that doesn't want to talk to them anymore. Now, keep in mind, if this is extreme, for a few of you, this Queen of Swords could have passed away because it is a loss. It is grieving, mourning, or they lost her in some way. 4 of Pentacles. The reason I don't think it's a death, an actual death, is because we have 4 of Pentacles, which means that they have no plans. In fact, they have plans to hold on. This is them creating a plan to hold on to her, hold on to their happiness. The Star, they see her as everything they want. So therefore, they're going to do everything they can to keep her. All right. Let's see. What else? Ooh, that was quick. The Lovers. Wow. Yeah, they definitely see her as their everything. 3 of Cups. Okay. So the 3 of Cups could just be a card of celebration. I don't want to jump to conclusions too early. Could be a card of celebration, could be a card of third party, could be a card of friendship. But we have the Lovers, so it doesn't feel very friendship oriented. Let's see. Clarify the Lovers. We've got the King of Wands, the 3 of Wands, with the Ace of Cups. This could be somebody that they saw as a friend and it kind of grew into a connection. Somebody they feel really safe with. King of Wands, 3 of Wands. Almost like they realized they had been waiting for this specific type of person. But we do have 4 cups overall. So they might have realized it too late. Or they might have been rejected by the person that they were waiting for. 4 of Cups also gives me the vibes of the one that got away. So that could also be how they're viewing this person. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Knight of Cups with the Ace of Swords. Okay, so the symbolism of the sword is great in the sense that it talks about clarity, right? But the downside is that the ace is pointed downward. So it's clarity that they know. Now there's something that they know, but doesn't mean they're going to share everything they know. Whatever type of clarity they received, it's like personal. Let's clarify Knight of Cups. Either way, I think it has to do with understanding that maybe they do see this person in a romantic light, or they do have, yeah, see, 4 of Cups. So I feel like it was them. This is the Queen of Cups. They could have been connected to somebody who they rejected, because 4 of Cups is coming up again, which would explain the 5 of Cups, right? Regret. So with the 3 of Wands, they're waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for. What are they waiting for? Ooh. Wow. I'll tell you what, this queen surprised them. Almost like she snuck up on them. And the reason I'm saying that is because this might have been somebody who, especially with Knight of Cups energy, they expected to... Maybe they expected their soulmate or their twin flame to look a specific way, to come from a specific region. Like they had a preset idea of what was going to happen. And so a friend comes along and they're like, oh, cool, it's a great friend. As they get to know this friend with time, because I feel like something was lost here, they might have realized, oh shit, that was them, but too late for some reason. Let's see. What else? Because I'm getting a lot of regret energy. Page of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. These two are energies about... This one is like watching somebody. And this one is gathering information, doing research. What is it that they're researching? Let's see. Clarify Page of Swords. Knight of Swords again. With the Strength card. So the Strength card speaks to power dynamics. Oh. 5 of Swords. Okay. So I feel like what happened here is this person didn't really like that when they came across this Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords person. Strength card makes me think that she She poured a lot of healing onto them, poured a lot of love. So when you think of this, the Strength card, it always shows a woman who's dominated a lion, right? But the story behind that is like this lion is normally wounded. It's been through stuff. So if you think of a wild animal who's been hurt, they will lash out to anybody near them. They will not let you nearby. They'll attack you. But the Empress approaches this creature with gentleness, with healing. And all this lion has ever known from this Empress is love. All this lion has ever known from this Empress is healing. So that's the only person that can get close. That's the only person that can tend to their wounds, that can, anybody else the lion will attack. So this person got used to that. They allowed her close because remember, they didn't really see her. They saw her as a friend. They probably were very open. They didn't really expect their heart to be involved. And now they're sitting here trying to research. The Knight of Swords came out twice. Trying to understand, because the devil is like, they can't get over this. They can't let it go. It's something that eats at them. Look at that 10 of Cups. It weighs on their mind. So they're researching maybe about soulmates, twin flames. They're trying to understand something, because 9 of Cups, no one has ever made them this happy. No one has ever have them feeling this way. So what they're trying to understand is the connection. Five of Pentacles. And Temperance. So what I'm getting with this is that this masculine felt very abandoned. Like internally, their inner child is someone who most likely has abandonment issues, most likely has self-esteem issues, identity issues. But when they're around this Empress, she tempers that. She soothes that. There's something about her energy that makes this go away. Clarify 5 of Pentacles. Clarify 5 of Pentacles. So, Knight of Wands. They might have also played a very, because of this feeling of not being good enough, they might have come across like a fuckboy. Trying to sample all the women in the country. But she's showing up here, Queen of Wands. So she can show up as somebody who's very... with sexual energy, a lot of powerful sexual energy, but 4 of Swords, that doesn't mean that she's promiscuous. On the contrary, she values her sexual energy. She doesn't just give it to anybody. And there was something about that energy that started helping them tap into their inner child. It showed them a different way to be. Just because you have powerful sexuality, just because you're attractive, doesn't mean you have to go jump on every, Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Tomasa, Duquesa, and Henrietta. Whatever the preference is. I amuse myself, y'all, okay? Y'all don't have to laugh at my jokes. What else? What else? Ooh. All right, so we've got the Hierophant. And the 8 of Swords. Now, unfortunately, this masculine has also been raised in an environment that tells him who he is, who he should love, and who he needs to be. And there's something about this connection that is obviously outside of that realm. So this may be same sex. Again, this could be like the other story the other day about different religions. That's why it has all the, look, I don't know if you guys can see it, all the religious symbols over here. That's why they're there, because it represents the different faiths. The Jewish Star of David, the yin yang symbol. There's so many different faiths out there. Ultimately, we should all respect each other's faith, right? Clarify Hierophant. Knight of Swords. Eight of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands. So, I feel like this has a lot to do with whoever raised him, taught him that this is what masculinity is. Masculinity is based off of how many women you can bed, out of how much money you make, out of what you look like. And he can't seem to escape this mentality, except when he's around her, because Temperance card again. When he's around her, there's this simple joy. There's this, there's a feeling of being worth $1 million while having nothing, because she's teaching him a different way of existing. Let's see. Like that. She's riding a fucking dragon, little rainbows, sparkles, cupcakes, and butterflies. So okay, this is a little much, but honestly, what it could just mean is that she has no fear of expressing her dreams. She has no fear of expressing maybe her visions from other realms. And he sees that like, I would never be able to do that. I don't know how she does that. That's crazy. Clarify 7 of Cups. 4 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. But see, she can do that because she's the Queen of Pentacles. I think she's an Empress, because so far she's shown up as 3 different queens. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Eventually she'll come up as the Queen of Cups too. So she's the Queen of Pentacles. She's nourished her inner child. She's nurtured the part of herself that used to be silent, that used to hold back so that people wouldn't ridicule her. She's healed it. So with the 4 of Wands, she's very secure in herself. She has no fear of expressing her thoughts, no fear of expressing, even if it's a fantasy, a wish. Whereas he's like, I could never do that because of how he was raised, because of the type of environment that he was brought up in. Let's see, what else? Oof. 5 of Swords. Oh boy. Strength card. So what's interesting to me is that although in this image it shows a feminine being hurt, I think this is 2 different things. On one hand, I feel like this is this masculine when he met the Empress, because remember, Strength card, right? The lion was wounded when he came to the Empress. And 2, unfortunately, because of how the story has began, I think this is how he left her. But fortunately for her, she already knows how to heal herself, right? So clarify 5 of Swords. Let's see, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 9 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and the Moon. So, yeah. On one hand, like I said, this is how he came to her. Hurt. With the Moon, he probably came to her very paranoid, very unaware of himself. And with the 8 of Pentacles, she put in the work. She showed him how to get out of this place, how to heal. 9 of Swords, when he met her, I'm telling you, he was full of anxiety, worry, lots of paranoia, lots of not trusting himself, not trusting his intuition, not sure if it was hallucinations, things like that. And she was helping him with that. She healed him. That's why he sees her as a strength card. Unfortunately, he wasn't fully healed, right? She started healing him because I believe this is how he left her. After all of that, now she is the Four of Wands, so she will rebuild, right? Six of Wands. This happened because he still hadn't worked on his ego. She was helping him through his subconscious, but he still needed to work on his ego. But she'll come out triumphant. It's okay. She'll be all right. This Empress is no little wilted flower. What else? Oh, okay. So we've got the Chariot and the Three of Cups. Right when I said this Empress is no wilted flower, here she comes riding her motherfucking chariot, looking like a Valkyrie. So this is unfortunate for him because now she's in battle mode. Now she's in Queen of Swords mode. She's not going to let him near. She's got protection. Clarified Chariot. Five of Cups. Knight of Wands. Five of Swords. Oof. 10 of Swords. With the Seven of Pentacles. So let me explain. Let me explain something, okay? I feel like when this masculine met the Empress, she was very unguarded with him. And he misunderstood that. He mistook her kindness and softness for weakness. And those are not the same thing. So he didn't take her seriously because he imagined, oh, she does this with everybody. I'm just another person on her little roster. He thought she was like him. He thought that somebody this loving, this patient, this kind, couldn't possibly be just giving that energy to one person. Because he is in Knight of Wands mode. He still hadn't healed that part, right? So he assumes she must be in Knight of... And because she is showing up as Queen of Wands, very sexy, possibly very unashamed, not possibly. The Queen of Wands is not ashamed of her sexuality. The Queen of Wands is not someone who's, shy sexually. So he misinterpreted that as she's probably like me, promiscuous. So with the Five of Cups, when he did do the Five of Swords thing, she turned into the Chariot. Now he sees her warrior side. He had not seen that before. And now he's sitting here in regret. Five of Cups. Because he hadn't seen her like that. He didn't know she could go to battle. He didn't know she could end the connection. And stand firm on it. Because try getting close to her with all this in between. No luck. Because with the Seven of Pentacles, she realized, oh, I'm sorry. I'm investing in the wrong person. Let me pull back my energy. And he did not expect that. He did not even know she could do that. Surprise, motherfucker. All right. Let's see the next card. 10 of Pentacles. See, here's the thing. 10 of Pentacles, she's showing up as somebody who is abundant, prosperous. She has a whole ass castle behind her. But if you notice, usually a 10 of Pentacles has a whole family. This one has her with wild animals. Almost like she can come across a little confusing to this person. She's confusing because, like here, for example, she's barefoot. She's hugging a wolf. There's a deer behind her, and yet she's the owner of that castle. Like he never understands her because she doesn't fit the traditional mold, which is why the tattoo fairy comes in. Clarify 10 of Pentacles. he's trying to put her in some box that he was taught. People go, women or men go in these boxes. People you meet, they go in these boxes. And she's like, there's no box for her. Claire, that sounded bad. You know what I mean? Ten of Pentacles. Page of Cups, Temperance. With the Six of Wands. Yeah, he's really confused with her. Because with the Six of Wands, this might be somebody who gets a lot of attention. And he might have assumed wrongly that meant she had a lot of ego. Then he gets to know her and he's like, oh, she's actually quite simple. Maybe she's, she's way too soft. Until she cuts him off, and then he sees there's not. It's a velvet glove with a velvet glove with a steel fist. Just because she's soft doesn't mean she's not strong or that she can't protect herself. So he's sitting here like trying to understand how there's all these different parts of her married into one person. Because that's what the Tattoo Fairy was about. She is the type of person that's just herself. She doesn't really care if she fits into a specific label. And he was trying to put, okay, how about this label? No, how about this one? Sexual person? Yeah, she's sexual. She's probably promiscuous. Oh, she's not, but she's sexual? Okay, that doesn't make sense. Oh, is she spiritual? Oh, she's probably a quack. Oh, okay, she's not. So it's like every label that he tried to put, he realized it doesn't fit. None of it fits. I don't know what label to put her with, because you're not supposed to go around labeling people. That propensity of trying to label her is what got him to lose her and hurt her. Six of Cups. She's also somebody that not only got in touch with his inner child. Look at that. I told you the Queen of Cups would show up. So, of course, her softness, her nurturing side, not only can get in touch with his inner child, but she created this bond between them where now all he has is memories. Now she's the fantasy for him. She's the person he remembers when he thinks of somebody who's balanced, somebody who is a little bit of everything and owns it fearlessly. Clarify Six of Cups. Nine of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Eight of Wands. Oh boy. So this is kind of tragic to me. Because Eight of Wands is his desire to communicate, his desire to express himself now. Now he has clarity. Now he's determined. But Nine of Swords, there's a lot of anxiety because two things. Five of Pentacles is here, which, shows me that she's probably not talking to this person at this time, especially because of everything that happened. But it's also because now he feels inferior to her. Because she never made him feel like that. This is a person that if somebody has high status, he would understand them looking down on him. But he never realized that she never did that with anybody, because to her, all humans are equal. She would never look down on anybody. But he puts himself beneath her. He feels like Page of Wands, like he has so much to learn about her. And he messed it up. Because she's all four queens. There's so much here to unpack. I can't even begin to... This is going to be like a shadow work session, guys. Because there's so much here. Let's see. What else? Oh. Hold on. Let me put these back. Nine of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. Again, she's going to keep showing up as all the queens because she is all of them in one. That's why she's confusing to him. He expects her to be one of these. And then he says, okay, this, no that, no this, no that. Oh, it's confusing because he's trying to label her so hard. So with the Nine of Pentacles, this is one of my favorite Nine of Pentacles cards just because of the animals it brings on here. I'm born 86, so I'm year of the fire tiger, and that is a tiger, one of my favorite animals because of that. That's why I love it. But regardless, what it represents, Nine of Pentacles is usually a single woman, right? Or a single person. And with the tiger there, a lot of people may assume that if somebody is single, they must be desperate for a partner, right? And here she's showing up as somebody who's completely in her power. That's what the tiger represents. She's fearless of being single. She's fearless of being alone because she loves herself. Why would she be afraid of her own company? And the peacock, she's very proud of who she is. She has no need to pretend to be something she's not. She loves herself. Clarify Nine of Pentacles. Yep, Queen of Cups, like I said. And the Star. With the Eight of Pentacles. So she's worked hard. First of all, she has a good work ethic. She's worked hard to be the Nine of Pentacles. She's worked hard for her abundance, for her prosperity. Queen of Swords, she knows exactly when to stop giving. This is not, she can be compassionate, she can be soft, she can be loving. That doesn't mean she doesn't have boundaries. She knows damn well when to say enough. And with the Star, she may even be well known. She may have people in her community that look up to her, or she may have aspirations of being someone who's famous one day. Either way, this is somebody who's very comfortable with herself. She's put in the work. She loves herself. She loves every aspect of who she is. And I think that that itself was a foreign concept to this masculine. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Eight of Swords. Like I said, he can't free himself from these thoughts. Death. Oh, beautiful. So Eight of Swords is it's a mindset, right? A mindset that we adopt when we look at somebody, we expect certain things. Like, back in the day, somebody who had tattoos was like, oh my God, that most likely is a convict. Nowadays, we know that that's not true. Somebody smoked weed. Oh my God, they're a drug addict. Now we know that's not true. Things like that. There's things that sometimes we assume just by looking at someone's exterior, we assume things about them. And this is definitely one of those people. He would assume things about people based on how they presented themselves. But the fact that he saw so many different sides of her was so difficult for him to label. And that's exactly what she did. She started helping him release that mentality of, it has to be this way or that way. With the Death card, that started dying because she started breaking all of those preconceived notions that he had. Clarify Eight of Swords. I'm trying to think of the appropriate word. Yep, there's the Hierophant again. Clarify Eight of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And the Six of Wands. Well, she definitely redefined what it means to be labeling people. That she definitely redefined for him. Because with the Hierophant showing up twice, again, he had this like, okay, certain people wear this and they are this type of person. Other people wear that and they are that type of person. So he had labels depending on people's beliefs, depending on what they wear, depending on whether they're educated. And the fact that she doesn't fit into any of that and is a little bit of all of it and yet none of it, it broke his little labeler in his little brain. It broke it. With the Six of Wands, he started realizing, you know what? I prefer this, actually. It feels better to not be labeling people. Because it's like through her, he started listening to people more. Maybe they're not what I think they are. And the more he listened, the more he realized, wow, this is actually pretty cool. I'm actually getting to know people instead of just labeling them the way, you're supposed to. Okay, I'll shut up. Moving on. Strength card. See, I think he really had a problem with that, though. Look at that. I knew it. The Tower. He really had a problem with this because this is somebody, remember, who had a real... how do I put this? A real preference for things being a certain way. And in this case, I don't think he had ever been with someone that he felt so completely in their power. And of course, that's going to fuck with him, because this is somebody who, if he's a masculine, regardless of whether it's his gender or not, he believes that he has to be an alpha. He has to be this. He has to be that. So to be in somebody else's power is going to fuck with his mind. Clarify strength. Because he's going to assume that she's going to use that power against him. Look at that. Judgment and Queen of Cups. With the Seven of Wands. So this is a double whammy. On one hand, this is bringing back to life a lot of experiences he went through, good and bad, of other moments where other people used power against him. And at the same time, it awoke in him the desire to allow himself to just relax around somebody, to just trust. And she's showing up with Queen of Cups. So not only is she a healer in the sense that she brought to the surface all of those memories of those people, but she's also the person that he felt that safety with, of just relaxing. Now, of course, that didn't stay there, because then we go to the Tower and Seven of Wands. He had to do something. He might have pushed her away abruptly. He did something, was like, no. I don't like this. This is disturbing me. This has to stop. Let's see. What else? What else do we need to know about this storyline? Eight of Cups. So, of course, an Empress is not going to stay where she's rejected, right? The world. So if somebody pushes her away, she'll be like, okay, no problem. And she walks away. Clarify Eight of Cups. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Clarify Eight of Cups. So we've got Judgment, the Moon, Judgment, Nine of Cups. Overall energy, Three of Cups. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Page of Pentacles. I'm not sure what all he did, because of course we can only read energy. We can only read little snippets of moments. But with the Three of Cups, there was like either adding a third person, or possibly reducing their connection to friendship. He did one of the two. What he didn't see coming with the Moon, he never saw coming, is that she would walk away. She would put an end to this connection. Yeah. If he did put her in a third party, then he was juggling her and somebody else. And if he reduced her to a friend, he expected to still be a priority to her, while not being anything else than a friend. So she made a decision, Judgment, to pursue something else, because this was not making her happy anymore. Eight of Cups means that you feel drained, you feel disappointed, you don't want to be a part of this anymore. What else? What else do we need to know about this? Four of Cups, yep. Again, she was like, no, thank you. Three of Wands. I think it was more the fact that he put her in a third party, because three keeps coming up. Three of Cups, Three of Wands. Four of Cups is she rejected this. This was not what she wanted anymore. It made her very unhappy. She was disappointed. Clarify Four of Cups. Because she saw the potential of what this could be, but it didn't turn out to be that. Yeah, look. Ace of Swords. She saw him as he could be. She saw him as, when he grows, when he grows up, not when he matures, what type of person he'll be. But with the Judgment, she had to make a decision, because she sees him as a King of Pentacles, but that's not who he's acting like. On the table, so far, we've only got the Knight of Cups. That's it. She may see the King of Pentacles in his future, but that's not who he is right now. And he's acting like the Knight of Cups, not the King of Pentacles. So when you have to pay attention between somebody's words and their actions are not respectful, or their actions are not full of integrity, full of honesty, full of transparency, trust, no, it doesn't matter what they say. What are their actions saying? What else? Yeah. Two of Swords. I think even for some time, Four of Wands. For some time, this Empress tried to be like, maybe I just need to be patient. It's not making me happy, but maybe I just need to be patient. Maybe I need to just give him some grace. So she was in a little bit of denial, because here he is telling her, no, don't go. I'm this and I'm that, and I'm sorry, and I missed you. Clarify Two of Swords. Eight of Swords. At the Star, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Seven of Wands. So, there was already disappointment, right? There was already her going, I don't know, this just doesn't feel right anymore. But he kept saying, no, don't go nowhere. I miss you. And okay, all right. She still had hope. Maybe just a little bit more investment. Maybe just a little bit more healing. And he'll keep going. He'll progress. He'll improve. He'll be the person I know he can be. Yeah. He improved in the sense that he went from the Knight of Wands to the King of Wands. He got greedier. Apart from that, no, we have 10 swords here, 8 and 2. I don't think it went well. I don't think that investment paid off. She tried, though. She did try. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Judgment, yeah. At some point, she had to make a judgment call. King of Swords. Oh. So at some point, the reason she had to make a judgment call is because he got King of Swords. He started getting really calculating. Possibly deceitful, very manipulative. And that's when she was like, okay. She couldn't ignore it anymore. It was getting too big. Clarify Judgment. Six of Cups. And the Sun card. With the Seven of Cups. Yep. It's not that she couldn't see what he was doing before. She was giving him grace. She was giving him a chance to fix it. She was like, maybe he doesn't know what he's doing. Maybe he's not aware that he's acting this way. Because he's a knight, he's a baby. But then King of Swords comes out and she's like, oh, no. Got it. Take the blindfold off. He's perfectly aware of what he's doing. And now she had to make a judgment call. I love that she shows up with wings, because it's her higher self is telling her, let this one go. Seven of Cups. He's selling her an illusion. He's selling her a dream. It's not real. And even though there is a bond and he does make her happy, this won't be the only person that makes her happy. This is the Empress we're talking about. This will not be the last opportunity on earth for her. And she knows it. Because that's why she's confident in letting go. What else do we need to know about this storyline? Ace of Swords. With the Five of Cups. Oh boy. So she let go. She got some understanding about this connection. What was the understanding? Let's see. What understanding did she get about this connection? Nine of Cups. Queen of Cups. Ah, with the Wheel of Fortune. So when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it's a fated event. It's a destined event. The fact that the hanged man or the hanged cow, hanged heifer comes out means that this so far, the whole time she was embroiled with this person, she could have felt like her life was being put on hold. And she didn't know why. That's because this was a test. You know, for those of you who play video games, and I'm not really a video game person, but I know this much. If you're playing a video game, you have to go from point A to point B, right? But along the way, there are these side quests. And the side quests don't really progress the story, but they teach you things, right? You can get skills, you can get armor, you can get potions, whatever the gist of the game is. This was a side quest. This is what she's realizing. Oh, and there's disappointment because she did fall in love. She did love this person. But he's a side quest. She fell in love with an NPC. Does that make sense? An NPC that was built basically to be a temptation, to sidetrack her, to distract her from her mission, from her goals. Which is why she's sitting here in sorrow, because she definitely has to let them go. And if they come back, she can't let them back in. Their objective is to distract her. And they are not even aware of that. They're just living the programming. Nine of Cups, yeah. With the Eight of Wands. So she's going to go solo for now. But remember, this is not something she's afraid of. Showing up with Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. This is not worrisome to her. With the Eight of Wands, I love the image on this because it basically represents freedom. Just take off running. No harnesses, no saddle for these unicorns, nothing. Clarify Nine of Cups. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords. There we go. Justice, karma. So again, this is what she's understanding, right? This person is just playing out their role. Which means that, I know I said NPC, but I didn't. What I meant was like, you know, his role in this whole situation. With justice, it means they probably made some sort of past life contract that in this lifetime, he was going to test her. He was going to test her mettle when it came to her desire to pursue her goals, her desire to fulfill her purpose. And he's keeping up his end of the bargain. Now she has to keep up her end of the bargain and keep going. With or without him. And in this case, it is very likely going to be without him because it's not his purpose to accompany her. It's his purpose to test her. What else do we need to know? Four of Pentacles. You see how that's loot, right? Speaking of games. Look at that. The Tower. So if she had held on to him, if she had said, no, but you don't understand. This is my treasure. This is my person. Look at how uncomfortable that would have gotten for her. This is the only way she would have been able to hold on to them. With the Tower, her whole, you know how I said her life was like on hold? It would have just gotten so much worse if she had held on to this person. Clarify Four of Pentacles. She had to let them go. Ten of Cups. The Empress. And the Lovers. Oof. With the Eight of Cups. When I tell you, here's the thing. I say that a lot, but it's my thing. Anybody watching her, all they're going to see is somebody, Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, somebody who's moving forward, and they'll see a lot of strength. What they're not saying is the fact that this is going to break her heart and that she's willing to take that heartbreak. Look at that. She's willing to take everything that comes with it. Why? Because she's an empress. Because she's chosen a path. Here's the thing. Everybody wants to be an empress, right? Everybody. I see a lot of posts out there. People call themselves kings and queens and princesses. But you know what people forget about titles like that? They want the status that comes with that title. They want the accolades, the praise, the service, the worship that comes with those titles. What they forget is that a true emperor or a true empress does not live for themselves. They can't live for themselves. They're usually over an empire. Their decisions affect multitudes of people. They cannot choose to just, oh, I just want to marry that person. That's how I want to love. That's not how love works for people in positions like this. Just because you love somebody does not mean that that person is right to help you govern an empire. And if she's truly an empress, she can't just marry a peasant. A peasant wouldn't know the first thing about how to support his empress in running an empire. Do you see what I'm saying? And unfortunately, she realized this person is a peasant. She can love them, but it's like a fish and a bird trying to be together. It's impossible. And she has to walk away. Is it going to hurt? Yes. That's why the Tower is here. She's still human. Obviously, it's still going to break her heart. But is she going to do it anyways? Yes. Because that's her purpose in this lifetime, is to fulfill the role of an empress, to build an empire. What that means is going to shift depending on who the empress is. 5 of Wands. Oh, man. Oof, I told you. 3 of Swords. So you know what's really fucked up is the fact that this person is judging her, right? She walked away. They're judging her as intolerant. They're probably saying, because here's the lions fighting, right? Remember, she used to be the person the lion didn't attack. Now the lion is attacking her because he feels like she's being intolerant. She's being cruel. She's being heartless. She's being selfish. And here she is, just taking all of it. But she doesn't forget who she is. She can't forget who she is. Because in this lifetime, that's who she came to be. Clarify the 5 of Wands. Oof, this one got serious. Usually it's like, cute. Not this one. Yeah. Emperor. Exactly. This is the thing. Just like she signed up in this lifetime to be an empress, she also signed a contract with an emperor to find him in this lifetime. So if this person is acting this way, this is not her emperor. An emperor would recognize their empress. An emperor will treat her with the dignity and love, compassion, kindness that she deserves. So she has to walk away because the longer she stays attached to this, I'm going to call him a knight because he shows up as a knight. I'm not going to call him a peasant because he shows up as Knight of Cups twice. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. It's like a soldier, right? Trying to fall in love with a queen or an empress. The longer she stays attached to this knight, the longer she stays away from her emperor. The faster she walks away from this knight and removes the pain and the heartache, the more open she's going to be for when she does find her emperor. Does that make sense? She can be in love with this person, break her own heart, and be willing to walk away because she knows that there's a whole ass emperor looking for her. Because an emperor will also not just marry any person. An emperor is looking for his empress. The faster she lets go, the faster she can find her man or her partner, her counterpart. What else do we need to know about this story? The Star. Yeah. Because like I said, everybody wants that destiny with purpose. Everybody wants to rule. Everybody wants to be the person in authority. But are they willing to make the sacrifices necessary to be that type of person? Whoever this Empress is, she is willing. Clarify the Star, which is why she gets granted things like possibly fame, power, wealth, because her purpose is to realign the earth, to realign people on earth in a certain way. Clarify the star. Got the Four of Wands and Justice with the Five of Cups. Like I said, is it going to hurt? Yes, yes. Excuse me. She's still human. She's living a very human experience. This is going to hurt like a motherfucker. Does she know eventually someone else will come? Yes. So with the Four of Wands, she's just building, like, okay, I'm going to cry this out. I'm going to mourn it. I fell in love. This person is not my emperor. I thought he was, and now I know he's not. So she's going to keep working on her security, and she's going to keep reaping her rewards because this was a test and she passed it. What else? What else do we need to know about this? The Moon. I love this card. Well, I'm going to put it on top of the star for now. With the Ten of Wands. So the thing about this is she's also going to have a lot of people around her, possibly telling her things like, oh, that guy really loves you. He just needs this. They're going to be adding to her burden without knowing, right? With the Moon, they don't realize why she cut this person off. Why is she so willing to walk away? They might see it like maybe she just has commitment issues, maybe this, maybe that. No, it's unknown. It's not their business really, but she knows why. However, they are just adding to her burden. Clarify the Moon. Clarify the Moon. With the King of Pentacles. So this person may come back. It may tell her that they want commitment now, that they know who she is now. They love her. Of course, that's going to add to her burden. Just because they love her and they're growing, right? That still doesn't make them her partner. It's almost like it was an Empress in disguise, because the Emperor will be, someone out there in the world, and she has to go. She's in search of him. She meets this person that comes across, initially comes across as an emperor and then realizes, oh, no, I fell in love with the wrong person. She has to cut them off. That doesn't mean this person isn't going to stop loving her. But it also doesn't mean that that's her partner. Wheel of Fortune, she knows this now. She knows that this is a test. She knows that they're just playing their role. But they still haven't gotten out of this Five of Pentacles energy. They still need to work on themselves. So she's still going to have to push them away. Even if they judge her, even if they think she's being cruel, she's being heartless, she has to take that and be like, okay, yes, I am all of those things, but the point is we can't be together. Let's do one last row. What the heck? Let's do one last row. Death card. Yeah. With the Five of Cups. Like I said, she's still mourning this. Just because she can walk away doesn't mean it's not hurting. It's definitely hurting. Clarify Death card. We've got the Magician. The Five of Wands is one to come out. King of Pentacles, yeah. With the High Priestess. So they have worked on themselves. They have grown. They are now a king, where before they were a knight. But they've put in all this work because they want to match her. And she's still showing up sad. Because she knows deep in her heart this is not her partner. That doesn't mean she's not grieving it. But a king still is not the match to an empress. She wants an equal, not someone who looks up to her like they are beneath her. She wants admiration from her partner, but not somebody who doesn't see themselves as an emperor. The Fool. Yeah. See, again, 5 of Cups. She's getting called a fool by possibly other women, because maybe this person has it all, right? He's a king. Who would turn down a king? But a king also means he has his own little kingdom. And for her to run an empire, she would be split between helping him run his kingdom or building an empire. Other people will not understand her reasoning. Clarify the Fool. And that's okay. They don't have to. It just means she's going to have to sit here and take it, though. 8 of Swords. Oof. 9 of Swords. Well. Wow. King of Swords. Okay. You know what? I don't even feel bad for him anymore, because he's the one calling her a fool. Knight of Swords, King of Swords. He gets petty real quick. This person is proving to her why he's not her emperor. He's still too much in his ego. He's still too quick to lash out, because again, this is not the behavior of an emperor. An emperor would not do this. And this person does not take rejection well. And because they don't take rejection well, and it makes them feel small, they want to make her feel small, without realizing she's already in deep pain. She doesn't need to be made to feel smaller than she already feels. Well, not that she feels small, but she doesn't need to be adding to that burden. Temperance. But of course, she's an empress, so she'll just tolerate it. Even if she has a broken heart, she knows how to heal herself. So the healing begins. She gets back into her mode of, look which card popped out, of I know how to get past this. I know it hurts, but I also have been here before. It's probably not the first time it happened. And she knows how to heal herself. She knows how to step back into her joy and happiness. Clarify Temperance. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, the Sun again. With the Ace of, she just needs to pour back into herself. She needs to address her, hold on. She needs to address her inner child. She needs to nurture herself like a little plant. Treat herself like if she was a plant that accidentally got stomped on by somebody. Now it needs a little bit of careful, tender care, right? That's what she has to give herself. That's how she steps back into her happiness, because she's been through a bit of a brutal ordeal, and it's worse because she can't really explain that to anybody. But she also has to keep the faith that things will get better, that it will improve, that this was not the end of her journey. This won't be the only time she falls in love. Ace of Pentacles. Yep. With the 9 of Swords. So it's even difficult for an Empress to keep the faith sometimes, especially when she's in the middle of it, right? She's in the middle of the love. She's in the middle of the loss. She's in the middle of the pain and the hurt. It's hard, but she also knows. Just because it's difficult doesn't mean it's not coming. Clarify Ace of Pentacles. Justice. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles again. She's going to stay single. She's going to choose to stay single. Because again, Justice card to me always makes me think of guides. Her guides may be reminding her, it may feel heavy now, but something better is coming. You have to trust. And for her to be at Empress level means she does trust her guides. They've come through for her always before. So she's in a little bit of anxiety, but there's healing, there's restoring of herself, and she's like, I know, it will get better. Last two cards. Woof. But man, woo, child, there is temptation. The Sun. There's probably temptation because this person was coming in all determined. They probably haven't let up. They still message her like, okay, I'm sorry. I do love you. I miss you. I don't understand why we can't be together. That is temptation. The thing is, it's kind of like when somebody is trying to leave behind a habit, whether it's smoking, drinking, eating sugar, whatever type of habit it is, right? It's going to be really difficult at first. And that's what she's trying to do. Because this connection that she was a part of, she realized it's toxic. It's unhealthy for her. She had to walk away from it. And she did. But toxic things are also very intense. They feel like forbidden fruit. It's very tempting. She's going to have to keep working on her self-love, her confidence. Clarify the devil. The knowledge that, Ace of Swords, Three of Cups. The knowledge that this is a temptation. Again, King of Wands, possibly this person could also be very good looking, very sexy in some way to her. Because again, what we all perceive as sexy is subjective. Whatever this person's looks are, to her, they are very attractive. And she has to resist that because she knows better. That's what the Ace of Swords is. She knows the truth. This is not an ordinary relationship. If she treats it like such, she loses the Empress status. Then she becomes an ordinary woman and she can live the rest of her life in a toxic relationship just like everyone else on earth. That's not what she's here for. Three of Cups, she has to remind herself constantly what she's here for. Last card. Let's see. Last card. King of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, this king is just playing his part. He's getting smarter. He's getting more calculating, which is why it's getting harder for her. I don't know what all he's doing, but it's making it very difficult for her to say no, but it doesn't mean she can't. Because remember, this is part of her destiny. She signed up for this. She signed up for this test. Clarify King of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Sun. With the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're putting in the work. They are putting in the work. With the Eight of Pentacles, this could be something they try every day. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something constantly to where she already knows it's coming every day. Eight of Pentacles. They're telling her she's their match. She's the only woman, because of course they're going to appeal to her ego. She's the only woman that has ever made him feel this way, which is probably a lie, but and even if it were true, it's an appeal to the ego because other women can make him feel that way, or other people. It doesn't have to be gender. She's the only person that has made him feel this way. He loves her so much. Life without her so heavy, so dark. She's his son. All of these things to appeal to her heart and her ego. It's up to her. It's up to her if she gives in. Her destiny, ladies and gentlemen, lies in her decisions. Because there's multiple destinies we can live out. She can choose the destiny of an Empress, as she already has, and she's worked so hard to get here, and she can let that go for love. Or she can choose the destiny of continuing to be an Empress and release this toxic connection for a much higher level one. So it's up to her, but she has to embrace who she is without reserves, without fear. Be proud of it. All right. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to your feedback. As always, please make sure to support by subscribing, sharing, commenting, even if it's just an emoji. That helps my algorithm. And I love all of y'all so much. Bye-bye.